All right. So we about 4 minutes past the hour. I just want to share this to the network so that way for those who still may not be aware that we are live, maybe they'll see this and be like, oh, let me hop up on that. So let me just go ahead and share this. Plus, this saves me from having to download and share this later. All right. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. And I always want to start first with announcements. All right, so that's my new thing. I want to make some announcements. So just in case you have missed it, obviously if you're on the call right now, you didn't miss it because you're here. But we're gonna start doing morning meetings every single Monday through. I say Monday through Thursday, but I'm scared to commit through Friday. Right? I might still do Friday. We're gonna see how it goes. But anyway, so for now, every Monday through Thursday morning at 10:30 Eastern time, we're doing these calls. So if you're watching this playback, hop up on there with us. It's the same link that we were using for the Friday calls, all right? Another announcement, just make sure that you understand if you're on the desktop version of Clean Biz Network, aka Calculated Clean, I'm still in the process of changing it over to Clean Biz Network completely. All right, but anyway, notice that we added some more things. So the support button was always here. If you click support, you'll see how to contact our support person, Anna, and you can email her, you can call her as well. You can also add these things. So you can apply for a business credit card right here on the website. If you want to apply through American Express, get your American Express Gold. And if you get approved for one, I had a few people tell me they got approved already. Also apply for the platinum one, right? So if you get the gold one, get the platinum too. If you get the platinum one, go get the gold one too. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get approved for both. All right. And the gold one usually has better rewards points for everyday spending, and then the platinum is more for travel. All right. Business, but all the points go towards the same account. So just swipe the gold one for your everyday expenses, and then if you get like a hotel or anything, swipe the platinum one so you'll get more points. All right. Business insurance right here. I got it in the course for y'all anyway to start a course, but you can also just click a button right here and get you some insurance. And then also you can click this button right here and hire a bookkeeper. I also have another button that's going to be coming real shortly where you can click a button and get background checks too. So I'm working with a company on that. And I'm working with a second company for insurance as well. So we got multiple options. All right. All right. Let's see if I got any more announcements in case anybody missed it. I think that's it, y'all. So what I'm going to do now is open up the floor to anybody who's on the call. If y'all got any questions, we can start with, I think, either Lauren or Denisha. I can't remember who's first, but since Lauren is at the top, we'll start there. So Lauren, if you want to unmute yourself, ask any questions you have, then we'll go to Denisha and then Miss Colette.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. I can hear you now. My bad. I had y'all on mute.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Honestly, it's my first time in. I just purchased this not too long ago, actually a couple of days ago. I'm still currently waiting on my EIN. I got my LLC approved. I'm covered with insurance, so I'm just kind of waiting to get bank accounts and then get myself out there.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, I appreciate you, Lauren, and welcome aboard. Sounds like you already, making the steps that you need to be making. So now we're just, continue to take those action steps. So again, welcome again and congrats on taking that action.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. All right, Ms. Denisha, you got something for me? If so, we got to hit unmute. There you go.
Oh, sorry. I have no questions. I really was tuning in really just to kind of see what questions might be out there that maybe I can relate to.
For sure, for sure. All right, Ms. Denisha, well, I appreciate you and thank you for joining. Ms. Colette, what you got for me?
The lead generation. So I'm getting really close to doing the leads. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at the terms. So does it generally take the 30 days?
No, definitely not.
No.
So okay. What it typically is it depends on how busy we are at the moment. So I'm gonna pull it up just to see because I don't know. I barely look at them, but let me see how we're doing right now. Yeah, so it finally caught up. So once I did that discounted leads for a little while, that helped us get a few clients. So now just looking at this. So all right, first off, let me explain what we're looking at here. I used to have this public, but I stopped doing it. But that way you can check and see where you are in line after you buy, right? So we got a little color coded chart. So if you see white here, that means we haven't even started on these people yet. All right. If you see orange, that means that these are people who requested to be on hold. All right, in red mean we got to hurry up and get them. Blue mean that's who we currently working on, and purple mean that we got them appointments. We just need to have the person call back and confirm the appointment, because what we do is when we call, the initial salesperson calls to get the appointment for you. Then we have I got Rans, or either Bill herself will go back and call and confirm the appointment just to make sure it's a legit appointment, right? So all these in purple are waiting to be confirmed, and then all of the green ones are good to go. They are the actual appointments that were set. And then when it's gray, the person went to the appointment. We didn't hear anything back saying that it was a bad lead or anything, so we know that it's completely done. All right, but so getting to your point. Typically, I always say is so in a situation like this, about 2 to 3 weeks is how long it usually takes. But if we catch up on this, then it could be as fast as 1 day. It really just depends on how busy we are at the time. So right now we kind of picked up a bit. So I'll say about 2 to 3 weeks, give or take, from the day that you purchase.
Appreciate that. And thank you, AJ. I mean, you're great. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
It's a one-stop shop.
For sure. That's what our goal is, right? That's what our goal is to be. All right. And I'm trying to remember, and forgive me if I'm mixing you up. Is that you that's still waiting for me in the email about a reference letter?
The email. So you don't have to do the reference letter. They're going to send it to you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect then. All right, I got you. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, well, let's go ahead and get in the group and see what we got, y'all. And I won't hold y'all for the complete hour since we're doing these every day now. I don't think it's mandatory to do the whole hour. I'll maybe some days what I'm going to do too is maybe give y'all a motivational rant if we got no questions. I might do some lessons, some bidding lessons, definitely do some bidding exercises, because you know those questions come up almost every single, used to be week, I'm sure they can come up every day now. So but let's go ahead and start in the group here so anyone knows the best way to price carpet cleaning. So let's go ahead and go to it. So if you want to price a carpet cleaning job, just click on the special bid calculator. I'm opening it in a second window just so it doesn't close out our main page and then I have to start all over. All right, but let's go here and let's go to the carpet cleaning section. So if you click on, so we got 3 different calculators. We got commercial, residential, and special bid, right? So if you go to special bid, and if you scroll down until you see carpet cleaning, that's where you would do it. So you got carpet extraction and then you got carpet bonnet. So what that is 2 different types of carpet cleaning methods. So the carpet extraction is the one like a rug doctor where they actually, it's more wet, right? The carpet is going to be real soiled when you do it, not soiled, but wet, I guess is the better word. And so what it does is it basically sucks all of the dirt out of the carpet from the bottom of it all the way to the top, and it's really digging in there, right? I recommend using that method only for like residential properties with that more fluffier rug style. It'll leave those lines to clean it, the what do you call them? I guess clean lines, whatever. But anyway, it'll leave like a good look when you're done with it. But I don't recommend this method for commercial just because they have those tight carpets a lot of times, tight knotted gray carpets, and a lot of times, sometimes when you're done with the extraction, even though you've cleaned it, sometimes it'll make the carpet look worse afterwards. So I always recommend the carpet bonnet method because it has a bonnet pad that you put on the bottom of your low speed buffer, and then it will like mist a little bit of carpet cleaning solution, and then also you'll have a tank on your low speed buffer you can like click a button and it'll mist out as well. And you can use the bonnet method to do it that way. And what the bonnet method does is it cleans that top layer of the carpet. And usually instead of pulling all of that old dirt from the very bottom of the carpet, it just cleans that top layer of it, makes it look nice and pretty when you're done. So I always recommend this option for commercial. So, but for pricing it, just simply plug in the square footage and there you go. All right, and all this is just the price per square foot. So any type of special service or one-time job, we're gonna price per square foot. All right, but when we're doing commercial cleaning, we don't do it necessarily per square foot. It's more so based on a formula that we combine the square footage and the hourly rate, which I explain further inside the Cleaning Business Starter course. So make sure that if you haven't been through that course and really studied it, make sure you definitely go back and look at it, especially with the bidding part, okay? Because I know a lot of people get questions on that. All right, what else we got? And actually, let me go ahead and leave this link to them. Go to, it shouldn't be highlighted now. Go to about We said we were about what? 6 minutes in, 7 minutes, about 8 minutes in. Welcome, Jaquan. Go Million here from Go Million Cleaning. Just recently switched from residential to commercial. Going to be uploading a video to my channel. All right, let's check on. He from YouTube too. We got time, y'all. Let's check him out and see what he looking like over there. Fellow Clean Biz Network member. What is it? Gold Millionaire Mindset. So I'm assuming that's how it's spelled. Maybe it should be separated. Or better yet, I'll tell them to leave the link for us to check them out. Yep, because I can't find them. All right, what else we got? I encourage everybody, I can't say this enough, get on YouTube, y'all. Like, definitely, if you can start to create a personal brand for yourself, it just is infinite amounts of rewards for doing so, okay? Because at that point, you can start to monetize, you know, all types of aspects of your life. So I definitely recommend it. And by the way, y'all do know I have a course called that I don't promote at all. Sometimes I take it down and sometimes I put it back up. It's called Get Paid to Be You. I'm gonna bring it over here real shortly. I'm gonna bring the Get Paid to Be You over here as well as the automation course. Because if you click on automation, oh man, I ain't gonna do that. That should open up in the second window. But anyway, if you click on the automation course right now, as you can see, it's not even hosted in our site right now. It's hosted on a platform that I was using before I bought the courses over here, which was called Podia. All right, some of you might even got your starter course through Podia, right? But then you figured out how to get over here, and the starter course is now over here. So I'm gonna get the rest of my courses over here as well, and then that way you can get into, like, if you want to get into building your personal brand, you can get it right here inside the network. All right, what else we got? Let's see. Is this something that I can answer on that? Nope, just thinking, no problem. Typing out too. What else we got? Trying to log into the Zoom. The link says invalid. Let's see if I can find it for you. Trying to see how I can get it without compromising my thing. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing. Copy link address. Let's go here. Okay, it worked. And I'm gonna share again. All right, there we go. Come on, low. What's up, Derek, man? We just going through the group, answering any questions. If you got some questions for us right now, you can hop right on, unmute yourself, and ask away. I'm here to answer.
Hey, what's up, AJ? No, I don't have anything right now. I'm just listening.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you joining.
All
right. Let's see. Walkthrough at the daycare today. Wish me luck. Shout out to Darius for and his walkthrough. Good luck to him on that. All right. What else we got? Zachariah says, anyone knows the best way? That's the one I just answered. Okay. What else we got? Andrea was looking for a subcontractor in Jacksonville. So this is another reason, y'all, to make sure you stay active in the group. Zachariah hopped on it. And I also know I met Kyla when I did my CVN conference here in Jacksonville. Well, not here, there in Jacksonville. I'm in Orlando right now. But and I had a chance to meet her. So by the time I was trying to find her email and contact information and paste it here, Zachariah already hopped on it. So I ain't even paste her information because I didn't want to act like I was, make it look like I was trying to take it from him. So just make sure y'all definitely always check in the group. You never know when opportunities are being presented. And by the way, just make sure that this is clear. I don't want to make it seem like my information is conflicting. I just want to make sure that everybody understands. So I do not recommend subcontracting for somebody else's company as a long-term solution. I do recommend subcontracting in order to get your feet wet and learn if you're struggling to get contracts. But I teach you how to get contracts inside the starter course. We have a lead generation service. I tell you to try other lead generation services. So the goal is definitely to get your own contracts and then maybe you subcontract your contracts out to somebody else, right? You want to be the big dog on top of it, right? But I get it. Sometimes you just got to get what you can get. So definitely take advantage of those opportunities in the beginning. But I would not make a career out of subcontracting long term. Me personally, right? I want to get the whole path, not just a little bit. All right. I'm not sure how to pronounce my guy's name here, but he says, how much should the contractor pay be? Do you guys pay them by the hour or do a percentage like 70-30? So that's a good question. I did it both ways. So I would say if you do percentage, I like 75-25. Sometimes I did 80-20, 70-30. That's a fine line. You walking close, but some people will let you get away with that. But anyway, I like 75-25 if I did percentages. And then as far as paying them by the hour, obviously we would never pay anybody by the hour, but and why wouldn't we? Because they can just milk the clock on you, right? Some people clean slower than other people. Some people clean faster than other people. Some people just gonna get in there and BS on purpose because they can ride the clock, right? So if you do want to do it by the hour, then what you can do is pay a set rate based on the hourly, based on the hours that you think it should take for them to clean. So for example, if I got a building and I think it takes 4 nights to clean it, 4 hours to clean it, and I want to pay, and all right, if it takes 4 hours to clean a building, I'm paying them, they'll go on once a month. I'm trying to make my math easy here. All right. Actually, let me pull out a calculator so I can make it visual for y'all. So let's just say you got a building. It's going to take them 4 hours. Let's say it's a church. Let's do a church. 4 hours to clean it. They're going 4 times a month. All right, 16 hours. And then you say, well, how much would you usually pay your people? Let's say you pay them $15 an hour. So 15 times 16 is 240. So I'm paying them 240 a month set rate because I assume that this building should take about 4 hours to clean. Now, how do you know how long it's going to take to clean? Well, either A, you use the calculator and it told you, or B, you've been cleaning long enough and you got experience to kind of eyeball it and see, or C, you actually cleaned it yourself for a little while, which I recommend in the beginning. I recommend that each time you get a contract, try to clean it a little while for yourself, get your experience in it, understand the pitfalls and all the struggles of that account, and then sub it out if you're new. Now, if you got a few contracts under your belt, then you can skip that part and just subcontract from day one and start rolling, right? But I do recommend getting some experience out there. But yeah, so this is how I would do it. If you want to pay it like by the hour, don't necessarily pay them by the hour, but pay them a set rate based on an hourly rate. All right. I'll paste that. Copy that. Paste that. About 15 minutes in. 15 minutes. All right. Edwina, welcome to CBN. All right, appreciate you joining us. What else we got? By the way, I'm gonna do my best to I'll make a note of it too, so I don't make a liar out of myself. But I'm gonna do my best to try to see if I can figure out how to add the add feature, because I thought that I had it initially, but for some reason it doesn't do it. So I'm gonna look into that and see if I can fix that. All right, make a note of that though. Feature network. Go. All right, what else we got? Okay, Kevin Thomas says, I literally just start my janitorial business journey. How long on average should it take from step 1 to the last step just before? I did see this, and I like that Jamie's answer. Before you get your first contract, the process before you start trying to get leads. I'm trying to put a deadline on my tasks and steps, but I'm not sure if I should take 2 weeks or a month. So like Jamie said, it really just depends on how, it depends on you, right? Like how fast are you able to get your LLC? And that's something too. So some states, it actually takes some time to get your LLC. Like here in Florida, you got to wait for them. I think one time it took me 2 weeks, another time it took them like a month before they finally got my LLC. But then in Virginia, you can literally just print it out instantly. So that part does depend as far as that part. But other than that, if you're waiting on, your state for the LLC, other than that part, it could be a week, right? I literally got a guy who I'm going to interview soon. We had to reschedule. but his interview supposed to been last week. But I had a guy, he was in business literally a week. He joined CBN, started his cleaning company, came across 2 opportunities, was doing 11 grand within 1 week. He got two contracts that they brought him up to 11 grand a month. So it's possible, right? That's not ideal, but it is possible. But then yeah, I've had other people who I've done an interview with. I think his name was Courtney. I think that was his name. But anyway, when we used to have a Facebook group, all my people disappeared now. But I'm gonna have to get them all over here. But anyway, I did an interview with him. It took him 6 months before he finally got his first contract. So it really just depends, y'all, on. And then he had a day job, so it was hard for him to find the time to do this stuff. So. It really just depends on a lot of different variables, how fast you can put the work in, how many businesses you're gonna call every day, or how many leads you're gonna buy, or how many doors you're gonna knock on. Like, it all really depends on, you and your particular situation, to be honest with you. But if you know that you got the time, like maybe you don't have a job right now for whatever reason, or maybe you ride share, or you got some type of thing that allows you the freedom to put these action steps in faster and quicker, more efficiently, then it's probably gonna be a lot faster for you. I always tell everybody 30 days is to go. Within the first 30 days, you wanna try to get at least 1 commercial contract signed, right? And then within that first 60 days, you wanna at least get some actual money deposited in your account from this business, all right? All right, what else we got? I'm going to paste this, and I'm gonna tell them to go to the, what about? Miss Charlotte, welcome aboard. I wonder is that Charlotte's iPhone that usually joins us on Fridays when we do it. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. How would you go about finding contractors or day porters that I can hire to do the cleaning so I wouldn't have to anymore? Is there a website that I need, or just ask people? Both, right? So there's no website, but I'm saying both, like as in just ask people. That's number 1. Or B, literally Google cleaning companies in your area and ask them, hey, if I get contracts, would you be willing to subcontract for us? We take X amount of percentage, right? Or something like that. Or you can go on Craigslist and look for people who got ads up there. You can go on Thumbtack and find people. You can go on Facebook groups and find people. You can come here to this network and find people, right? You literally can find subcontractors anywhere. My particular strategy, the only time I really used established cleaning companies for my subcontracting was when it came to special services. And the reason was because I don't know how to do that, right? I didn't do strip and waxes. I know how to do one. I can tell you the steps to do it, but I ain't never done a strip and wax on my own. And I'm not interested in it. So I will go to more established cleaning companies who actually specialize in that. And I preferably like the solopreneurs. You know what I mean? Those old school guys that been stripping waxing for years, and that's how they make a living. They don't know nothing about hiring no contractors. They might, or employees rather. They might have some helpers with them, but like this is what they do. You know what I mean? Those are the people I like to go out to the subcontract to, because there's less variables for error there. You know what I mean? Like they gonna get the job done. Versus if I hire a big company and they sending some employees out there, well, y'all know how that goes. So that's my strategy. Now, as far as in general, my regular janitorial cleaning, my target was always non-entrepreneurs who wanted to be entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, basically, right? People that they want, for one, people. All right, back. So let's go over that. All right, so the strategies that I use for keeping workers long-term was number 1, people like freedom, right? So the way that this job opportunity was, well, hey, you got a window to clean this building, but I ain't telling you got to be there from 5 to 7, right? So people like that freedom. It's like, hey, go clean that building. They close at 5. You can go anytime after 5. I prefer you to be out of there by 11 so I can send an inspector to go by in there and check it at some point. But you ain't got to be there from 5 till 11. You just got to be in there sometime after 5 and out of there sometime after 11, right? That's how, so that's one of the perks, right? Another perk is people want their whole check, right? So everybody hates when they make $1,000 from their job, but then they turn around and it's actually only 780 or 830 because the taxes came out, right? Well, if they subcontract for you, they're not W-2 employees. Now they're getting that whole check. And to be honest with you, most of these people that you're gonna hire, even if you're paying them directly with as 1099 workers and not as W-2 employees, and you're not taking taxes out, a lot of people are scared of that, right? But really the truth of the matter is most of these people that's working for you, they got enough deductions. Typically it's going to be their children, right? Some of them might be homeowners, so the home ownership will help too, but they'll have enough deductions where they still won't be taxed anyway, because that's why people get refunds every year, because they overpaying in taxes from their payrolls anyway, okay? So, but you gotta, as an entrepreneur though, you gotta educate yourself on that type of stuff, because you're gonna get those type of questions. But that's why I like to target aspiring entrepreneurs and people that wanted their freedom, because it was an opportunity for one, for me to educate them, but number two, that was a unique opportunity that they couldn't get anywhere else, right? Like they didn't know. Now, and for the record, I always offer to them, hey, if you want to actually start a company, I'm here to help you. You know what I mean? I always do that, but most of the time, most of those people, they don't really want more. You know, if I'm honest with you. So it's like, as long as you provide them a good opportunity, like what I'm talking about, that'll be good enough to hold them. As long as that check clearing every month, you giving them their freedom. You ain't mind bothering them. You know what I mean? Like, as long as they do good with the cleaning, you mind your business, they mind their business. That's all people usually want, is freedom, decent pay, and be treated with respect. You know what I mean? So just do that. And did I even answer this question before I went off on that tangent there? What was that? Yeah, but I talked about where you can get them from. But yeah, man, just anywhere. Text everybody on your phone, let them know, all of that. But that was a great question, though. I'm gonna say it's Zevon. I'm gonna go with Zevon. All right. Let's say we're about 30 minutes in. What else we got? I probably should have went live publicly on this one for YouTube. It would make some good content. I'll probably make it live later. What else we got? Yeah, this is just so everybody voted 10:30, so that's why I chose 10:30. Ms. Deborah says, what was this about? You're not comfortable with the right. She said, stop by apartment complex. Oh, bam. So this was the one, I believe, what she was saying, the price looked a little too low in the bidding calculator, right? And that's completely fine. And so I love that, right? So always use your common sense, right? So like if something seems too low, it might be. Now you also got to remember that you're new to this, so you might not know. You know what I mean? You really don't know. But if it's something just don't seem right, then it don't seem right. So you got to use your common sense. So a few ways to check it. Number one, you do the math, right? So you whip out your calculator, and let's just say that the calculator told you charge $200 for this deep clean, one-time clean of a house, right? Or whatever it is that she's trying to do. If you know that it's going to cost you, I don't know, or better yet, before you even get to how you even know it's going to cost. If you know it's going to take you 8 hours to do it, and you paying somebody $20 an hour to do it, that's $160. If the calculator tells you 200, and you got your overhead is 160 on it, then you have to know, okay, that's 40 divided by 200. That's 20% profit margin. But you got to know though, you ain't in this business to make no $20. What was that? Well, $40. You know what I mean? Even though it is 20% profit margin in a commercial job, 20% might be okay because it's a bigger amount, right? Because 20% of 1,000 is 200. That's a little better, but that still ain't enough. You know what I mean? You want to try to get it closer to the 30, 40%, right? But you got to use your common sense, okay? So it's like, all right, is $40 enough for me off of this job? If you know the answer is no, then you need to do some extra homework. So another thing you can do is either A, just go off of what you just found out. Well, that's only $40 I'm making off that job. Then you say, all right, well, how much more do you want to make off the job? Add that profit on, and that's what you charge. So that's one thing to do. Another thing to do even after you've done it, in addition to doing that, rather, is go to Thumbtack, right? You got a job right here that's what? 576 square feet and 864 square feet. Go to Thumbtack, plug it in as if you were looking to hire for that same exact job, right? And see what these other cleaning companies tell you they charging. Another thing you can do is go to Craigslist. A lot of times people will post their prices on Craigslist. I'm talking about for the residential side. Commercial is a little bit different. And they'll post their prices there, right? Or even on people's website, these companies' websites, sometimes they post their prices there. So you just got to do a little research. And again, That's what the network is for. Ask the network and see if there's other people in your area here. Just post it. Let them know. Let us know where you're located. Let us know the scope of the work, and then we'll give you some feedback and let you know if you should go higher or not, right? But you just got to pretty much like definitely use your common sense, right? Because the calculator is an estimator, right? It's an estimating tool. It's basically based off what you tell it, it's gonna give you a number, but you still got to understand all bids, period, no matter who system or program or whatever, it's all a price estimate because you really don't know how long the job really takes to clean until you clean it, right? Until we know your actual own company's production rate. You don't know your production rate until you measure it, right? How do you measure it? Well, what is production rate? Production rate is how many square feet you can clean per hour. So how do you figure that out? Next time you go clean a building and you know it's 2,000 square feet, hit your stopwatch on your iPhone or Android right before you clean, and then when you're done, hit stop and see how long you took, right? And so now you know your production rate. All right, what else we got? Border lead, and I explained that in the course as well, so make sure you study the starter course. All right, what else we got? Christian Gilbert says border lead from AJ last week, and I already got results. See, he bought last week, all right? That's when we was a little bit slow. It picked up now, so it might take a little longer than the 1 week. He got his quick, right? He got in at a good time. But anyway, the lead is for apartment. And by the way, too, if you really know that you want commercial leads, when you do the application for leads from us, make sure that you don't click yes for apartments, because I'm telling you now, if you say yes to apartments, you're gonna get apartments. That's why you notice they talking about apartments here, he talking about apartments here. My people love apartments because they're the easiest apartments for us to get. But anyway, what was this about? Any advice on how to price it? Yeah, so the two ways that I will price this, and by the way, definitely watch this video. This video breaks it all the way down, show you how to put it, rolls it together and everything too. But to sum it up quickly, the two ways that I would do it is when you go to the special bid calculator, right? Let's go ahead and do it real quick. You got 736 and 1500, right? So he said the smallest unit is 736, the biggest unit is 1500. So, all right, so we'll put 736 here. And feel free to change these, by the way, right? So if you read the description, it says CBN recommendation is 14 cents per square foot. But it is going to vary depending on your location, right? Some areas are higher than others, right? Some areas are lower than others. So feel free to override this. So if it's 14 cents per square foot in here, and you say, no, I want to do 15, then do 15. All right, but this is just a guide, something for you to go off, because again, you're new in the industry, you have nothing, right? So it's like, well, here's something for you to go off, and then you can kind of either compare with your competitors or do your math and figure out how much it's going to cost you to figure out if it's enough for you. All right. But all right. So for the 736 unit, they saying 110. All right. Then for the, I think he said 1500. Yeah, 1500. And for the 4-bedroom, it's going to be 225. So one method he could do is take the biggest unit and the smallest unit, add them together. So 225 plus the 110, and then divide it by 2 and charge that for every single unit. That's one way to do it. Charging one flat rate for all the units. The reason why I don't like that though is because it's going to take a drastic amount of time difference from the 4-bed versus the 1-bed. And so that means that on those 4 beds, you're going to make very little profit. But on the 1-bed, you're going to be good. But the problem is like, well, what if you get mostly 1-bed? 4-bed turnovers? Now your profits ain't that good. So the other method I recommend is to just get the price you want to charge for each particular unit. And then just when you do the proposal, propose it to them, broken down the price for each individual unit. So for 1-bed, we charging 110. For 2-bed, we charging what, 125. For 3-bed, we charging, I don't know, 175. 4-bed, we charging 225, something like that, right? And break it down on your proposal. And then if they want the clubhouse or common areas clean, you can include that as well. But I explain how to do that right here on this video as well as in the course. So make sure you check this video out. All right, what else we got? I did say we wouldn't do the whole hour if we don't get questions, because these are all the questions I already answered in the group, but I just feel like I figured I'd talk them through anyway, just to give y'all something before we go. Kevin says, hey, everyone, just joined it a few days ago. Is the Facebook group closed? Yeah. So I closed the Facebook group. I can't even remember how many months ago now, but we used to operate in the Facebook group, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. it was so active. That was definitely like good times in the Facebook group. But I decided to close it down because number one, me personally, I didn't want to be on Facebook anyway. Okay, that was number one. Number two, I wanted to, you know, I on my YouTube channel, I preach about not being distracted and not being on social media, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, well, why would I have a platform that's encourage you to be there, right? And then number three is because I want to position my company to be worth as much as possible, just in case I decide to sell one day or just in general, right? I want to own my property, my intellectual property. So that's why I decided, you know what, let's just bring this all over here to our own platform that we actually own, right? So that's why we're here. And that's why I'm doing these morning calls, because I feel like, you know what, maybe if I'm more engaged here, maybe I can get everybody else to be more engaged here. And another thing I'm gonna do, just FYI, forward thinking, give y'all some of my inside thoughts here. One of the things that I'm gonna do that's gonna help this too is I'm gonna start doing badges, right? So you know how like Instagram has like verified checks and all of that? Well, I'm gonna have like badges for certain members. If you know that they are veteran, they're OG in the game, they know what they're talking about, they're gonna have certain marks by their name so you can know, okay, this person know what they're talking about, right? Or I'll have like rewards. If a certain person answers like a lot of comments, they always helping out. Once they build up enough points, you get a free lead or you get a free backpack vacuum or something, right? And we'll send it to you. But I'm definitely gonna try to add what they call gamification to this app, right? So we're gonna get that going. But anyway, but just I'm gonna try to do more things to help make this platform better. I mean, it's great now, but we can always improve, right? So definitely know that we gonna keep continuing to work to make it better. My bad, y'all. This should have been on silent to begin with. All right, let's see. That's a nice flyer too. Probably a little too wordy though. Not that you asked my opinion, but it caught my attention as I looked up. That's a nice logo there. All right, what else we got? I need to check this off the timeline. There's no need for everybody to see who joined one group. I thought it would be a good idea because it would show everybody that those groups were available if you saw other people joining them. But I think it just takes away from the main timeline, so I'm gonna take that off. All right. Come on, load, platform load now. Kevin joining all the groups, ain't it? Him and whatever that says, cleaning. All right. Let's see, Patrick, anybody have contracts that me and my company can look over and possibly use for our few first contract? You know what? I'm sorry. I think I misunderstood his question. That's why I asked him where he was located. So when he said, does anybody have any contracts that me and my company can look over? I thought he was meaning customers, because you know sometimes people will call their commercial customers contracts. But what he really means is the service agreement, which is on the end of the proposal templates. So I need to answer that properly. And also, if you click, hopefully this, I'm just going to do this so I don't have to guess. But if you click that, right, let me paste that to him. That's also a PDF version of a proposal. So just in case maybe you don't like the proposal generators or you need some freedom to do certain customizations because you got a unique job, then use the offline version of a proposal template I got here, and you can edit it. And when you open it up, it's a document that I own here in Google Docs, so you won't be able to edit it. Only I can edit it. But if you go to File and click Make a Copy, then it'll be yours. All right. So he can definitely use that, and then also, the last page on the proposal generators is the actual service agreement within itself. And the good thing about those are updated regularly. This template here, I haven't messed with that since probably 2018 or 19. So I definitely recommend the proposal generators if you are able to use those. I understand some people just ain't technical savvy and it's fine, but I definitely recommend you use those if you can. All right, what else we got? Shout out Jonathan Blake, always active on my YouTube channel. He says, hey, AJ, I remember recently you stated that if a person is a CBM member, they will get a discount. Yeah, so I just saw that. So if you decide you want to order a starter kit, even though you're already a Clean Business Network member, and you just want to order the kit with the leads and the, or without the leads, you just want to get the equipment from us, use the discount code course paid so you can get a discount as a CBM member. All right, and then also don't forget, which I need to add it to the website, but in the app, you can go, that little black bar, the little black bar at the bottom of the Clean Business Network app, slide it over, and we got an equipment, a supplies tab there too. So you can click there and order your supplies yourself directly from Amazon. But if you like, I don't want to do all of that, I just want you to send it all to me, then you can go to our main website and just order the supplies from us. And then also too, if you do this route and you put the 10 leads with it, that'll be the most affordable way to get 10 leads, okay? Because, that'll be the most affordable way to get the equipment with the leads included, because if you get just the equipment, it's $12.99. Well, leads are $100 each for members, right? So if you do 1,000, because $100 times 10 leads is 1,000. So 1,000 plus $12.99, that's like $22.99, right? So I think that's right. Yeah, that's $22.99. So versus if you, what am I trying to say? So if you get the all right, bet. So if you get the $19.99 with the 10 leads included, that is cheaper, but I forgot where I was going with. Just forget it. I forgot what I was trying to say. Oh, that's what I was saying. Bet. So it's $22.99, you paying $19.99, so you saving a few $100. That's where I was going. Who's out there? You got to unmute yourself. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. So on the courses that I seen somewhere the other day where you have courses where you get the guaranteed whatever number contracts, right? So with them with that course right there, how much percentage do you all get out of each contract, or how do you? I mean, do you carry like other franchises, like you double the amount the contract pays a month, or how do y'all carry that?
Right. So it's actually not a course. What it is we call it an apprenticeship program. That's the best way to describe it, really. But what it is very similar to a franchise. So what it is, and actually all of them is not me. So this is an example one, okay? So if you come here, the way it works is very similar to a franchise. If you pay 10 grand up front, you get guaranteed 2,000 a month in contracts, but you're subcontracted. So you get the 2 grand minus whatever their subcontractor fee is. Each one is different because they're ran by different Clean Business Network partners, okay? So Denise is one of our partners, actually. So you will have to read their terms of agreement and see what their particular fees is, but the standard is 25-75 split. So you would get 75%. That person that you get that package from will keep the 25%. You pick the cities that you operate in and all of that, but that's pretty much it. And so, but it's not a course though, because once you get this, it comes with everything that's already in this, you get all of that with it anyway. You're gonna get the 1 year free to Clean Business Network here. You're gonna get the course that you get with the starter course, all of that. So it's all the same, okay? But the difference is like, you know what? I ain't got time to look for contracts right now. I don't mind subbing for you for this first 2 grand or this first 4 grand. So I'll sub under you. And then, now here's the difference, the key difference between these programs and our franchises. We don't have any non-compete agreements. So it's like, you're more than welcome to go out and get your own contracts. The local mentors that you have should be helping you and showing you how to do it. And even if they don't, you got to start a course, you and Clean Business Network. So like, I'm teaching you how to do it anyway. So, but it's just a way for you to get the leg up, because people kept, when I had the lead generation service, people would be like, well, can we get guaranteed contracts? So it was like, all right, well, here you go, but you're gonna have to come in. So that's what this is.
Right. But on the one for I think it's $5 grand now, that's you're gonna set up. You're gonna show you how to set up.
So what that is separate. So that's the cleaning biz automation. So what that is basically all of these partners that I have, they took
Right.
that program.
Okay.
So I'm showing you how to become this, right? Become a CDN partner, as well as, in addition to that though, you like some of them that took that, they ain't even up here. They don't mind they don't really care to partner with us. They do it on their own. They offer a different program, but I just show you how to offer that basically. That's the second module of that. The first module of the automation program is I show you how to have a in-house lead generation program. So instead of buying leads from us or anybody else, I show you how to hire your own cold callers overseas and do that, right? So you have your leads coming in nonstop for affordable price. Because right now, even at $100, obviously, if I'm selling it for 100, I can get them for less, right? So I'll show you how to get them for less than that. Then the third part of that module is, of that program is, and the final module is basically making it all into a system. So I show you how to set up your own bidding calculator so you can have a little more flexibility, your own proposal generator so you can have a little more flexibility, as well as all of the leads that you get from your cold callers, all of the subcontract applications that you get through this program, you bring it all into one system, so to speak. So, but that's what's inside the cleaning biz automation program.
Okay. All right. And another thing, so with the new service agreement where you put the 3% increase after each year. So, all right, say for instance, you want to increase within that year, which I mean, what's a reasonable, what do you think I should use, like 3%? You
Yes.
understand what I'm asking?
Yeah. But okay. The only thing that you gotta remember though, if you do that, how long is the agreement that you have them sign? Because right now, because again, remember you can customize however you want to, but the way the proposals are now, the agreements are now in the end of the proposal is they're already set for a 1-year term. So if you had them sign a 1-year term, then you got to honor that 1-year term. You see what I'm saying? Unless they added some services, like that would be the only way to increase before the year is over, because you already had to sign that term. So that's why it's an annual increase, because it's like that's already set rate. But then at the end of the year, then we'll increase it by that percentage.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. All right, y'all. We got about 8 minutes left in the hour, even though I did say we weren't gonna do the full hour, but I'm like, we this close. If anybody else has anything, you can unmute yourself. And if not, I'm gonna scroll and see if I can find anything else fun to answer. And if not, we'll wrap it up. Let's see what Gerald Brown was talking about here. This was one-time deep clean. And I'm not doing that one. I already talked about it. And thank you, Ms. Collette, for talking to him as well on that. Damon says, anyone interested in subcontracting opportunity? I already. I've been working at a hotel for about 2 weeks, and so this one confused me, right? All right, let's talk about this one. Thank you, Ms. Collette, again, being active in the group. So once I do the gamification, that's gonna earn you some points and we can get some rewards going. But anyway, so what Miss Angela here was saying was, what it appears to me that what she was saying was, she's been cleaning this hotel for 2 weeks, right? And she said that suddenly the manager there is now asking for her W-2 forms. So she's just asking, do she sign, a W-2 or a W-4? Now, Ms. Angela, I'm gonna call you out. I hope you watch this replay. This is covered in the course. So that's the first thing. This is covered in the course. So let's just go over this. And I explained it in my comment, but I'll verbally say it too, just in case. W-2s are what you get at the end of the year from an employer, okay? So unless she's an employee of this company, she shouldn't even be talking about a W-2, okay? So that's the first thing. And she probably got misunderstood anyway, which I'm sure that's all that happened. But that's what you get at the end of the year, right, for taxes. They report your earnings. A W-4 form is what you complete when you first get the job as an employee, okay? To let them know how much taxes and deductions and all that to take out of your check, all right? So that's not what she wants either if she's not an employee. What she is wanting to send them is the, W-9 form, okay? They probably want her W-9 form. That's what contractors complete. Now you also got I-9 forms. That's an information form, but that's also for employees. The W-9 is the one that you want as a contractor, okay? So I just want to make sure that that's clear. What did she say? I think I told him that I was right. He will not get any services until he signs my contract, like I said. All right. But anyway, yeah. W-9 form, typically most commercial contracts, most commercial customers will ask you for your W-9. So what I like to do is I'll fill one out, because you'll need one every year. So fill one out at the beginning of every year, print it out, because you can, it's probably one inside the courses where I'm pretty sure it is. So if you go to Google and type in W-9 form, and then if you click the PDF one, is the very first one that pop up, just type it all in, right? And then when you type in all your answers here, print it out and then sign it. Then once you sign it, scan it back onto your desktop and just save it to your desktop. That way, whenever a customer asks, you can send that over. Some people I've even heard of, whenever they send a proposal over, they'll send over the W-9 and the proof of insurance as well. But you definitely all going to keep a copy of your proof of insurance and your W-9 form, because most commercial customers are going to ask for it. All right, what else we got? And just FYI, since we're on the topic, this is in the course too, but just in case you missed it, I get it. If you got a customer that is like a school, a church, any type of nonprofit organization, all right? But anything that you think might be a nonprofit, ask them, are they nonprofit? Because if they are nonprofit and you're in a state that is required to charge sales taxes on commercial cleaning services, then they are tax exempt. So you can't charge them the sales tax, but make sure that you get their tax exempt letter to keep for your records. If they don't provide you that, then go ahead and charge them sales tax. And the reason is because you got to cover yourself. Now, if they get you the letter and they show that they ain't supposed to charge sales tax, then don't charge them sales tax. And by the way, you collect sales tax on behalf of the government. It's not yours. Okay, that's not an extra tip for you to keep. That is you collecting the money on behalf of the government. You take it from the customer and then you send it over to the government, right? And then also, and whoever your whoever you go through for taxes, they will help you figure out how to pay the government for those taxes. All right, but anyway, where was I going with that? Sales tax. So everybody's not required to pay sales tax, okay? So make sure you check and see if it's required in your state to charge sales tax on your invoice. And that was the other thing I'm about to say. Also, when you send your invoice, if you are required to collect sales taxes, you have to show there's a separate line item on the invoice. You can't just say it's included in the 1,000. It has to show $1,000 if that's what you charge them, right? And then under that, you got to put sales tax rate, whatever it is, 6%, 7%, whatever, and then show what that 7% is, and then put the grand total at the bottom. All right. Hopefully that helps somebody, even though that's already in the course, so most of y'all should know that. All right. What else we got? I think we wrap it up here, y'all. I think we did enough talking. I did enough talking. All right. But I appreciate y'all for joining today. We're gonna hop back on tomorrow. Like I said, if we run out of questions tomorrow and nobody has anything, then what I'll start doing is I'll start coming with an agenda where I can teach maybe a quick lesson or something, and then we'll end it there. But other than that, if nobody has anything, I talk to y'all tomorrow morning, 10:30 Eastern time. Y'all have a good one, man.